good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
Wherever you are in the world.
Yeah, so tonight is all about how to learn something new, thrive in a digital world, and ultimately inspire others by building something of your own.
That's right. So tonight we just wanted to jump on because Miss Emily here maybe ate something wrong or something, but something she had some allergic reaction.
Reaction, yes.
So she had all itchy hands and stuff, and the feet were itchy. So we gave her some Benadryl to obviously help that, but that makes you super tired. So we took her to the doctors today,
Yeah.
and he had a look over her and checked her out and everything, and gave us some meds for that. But what we want to talk about is when you get sick, when you're injured, whether you're like it's
Can we introduce first?
Oh, who are you? Sure.
Hello, everyone. Like I said, good evening. It's evening here in Atlanta, Georgia. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever part of the world you are tuning from. My name is Emily. I'm originally from the Philippines. I'm a happy wife, a proud mom of one. I'm also a teacher by profession.
And my name's Mike, originally from England, and we now both reside here in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're traditional business owners and also extremely proud online business owners.
Yeah, so years ago, I moved to the U.S. to give a better life for my daughter, and by doing that, it came with a price. I miss everything in my daughter's life, my only child, like birthdays, Christmas mornings, graduation, every important events in her life. I miss them all. Um, and I worked so many jobs in the past, and it's been, while it's a blessing to be here in the US, it also was not easy because, like I said, I worked three jobs just to make ends meet, and barely had rest, and I did that for years and years and years.
Yeah, for me, my story's a little different. I've had various corporate jobs. I've been in the States 35 years now, so 15 or so of it has been as a musician. I'm a drummer. I was always glad that I had that to fall back on because through the corporate gigs, I'd get laid off or the company would go in a different direction. And of course, when you're new into a company, first last in, first out, you know how that goes.
Yes.
So didn't have no huge big pension saved up or anything. So here I am now 65. I always thought, well, retirement's a million miles away. I'll worry about it later. Well, now I'm here and now it's time to start worrying about it if you want. But,
yeah. So the reason why all the immigrants, most immigrants come to a different country is to give a better life for their loved ones. And of course, I believe most of us, we tend to forget ourselves. And it's true to me as well because when, even though I was working so many jobs in the past, I sent everything to my home country, helping some other family members, improving your house or buying some property, something like that. And then when without realizing that we are getting older, so one day I realized that I'm close to retirement, and then I asked myself, am I gonna be able to retire comfortably when I actually decide to retire? And that scares me or keep me awake at night. I can probably retire a few months and then I'll be comfortable. But after that,
you'll be uncomfortable.
I'll be uncomfortable. That is all right. So,
yeah. So,
hence we found.
and we found the online business.
Yeah, we always been looking for a side hustle. Like Mike and I, we tried so many side hustles in the past.
Yeah, everything we tried,
Mhm.
we had to be present to do it. You know, whatever it was you could think of, we had to physically be there or we had to store a bunch of stuff at their house and then advertise it on Facebook or whatever, and then sell it and ship it out. And so we had to be there to take it. And we wanted something that was a little more simpler, if you want to say.
Yeah.
Something that would come, because at Philippines and from England, we love to visit our families.
Yes.
So,
and travel different places as well.
Yeah. So obviously, if we're traveling, if we were doing the other side hustles that we've had, if everything came to a screeching halt, well, we're gone. And then you come back, and then you've got to start getting the ball rolling again. So it's really tough. Even when we had the coffee shop, it was difficult to obviously go away for a month to the Philippines, because you can't really go for a week to the Philippines because it takes you that long to get there. So yeah, it was really difficult. And then, as I say, we've got to have somebody in the shop, and then you're always worried, are they doing it right? Are they doing it to what you're expecting? And it was just always a challenge. And then when we did have the coffee shop, I was there all the time, and early hours, late nights, long hours. And of course, Emily was making all the danishes and pastries for us. So she was working, then going to the suppliers, then coming home and baking. And so it's just constantly always on the go. And we wanted something that was nice and easy, that could come with us wherever we go, fitting with our lifestyle, as opposed to us fitting in with the lifestyle of something else or somebody else's dreams.
Yes.
And that's when we found the online business.
So if you are 50 plus like me, or retired, or immigrants who are worried about the retirement, maybe this is something for you. This is something for you, you know? Yeah, and we would love to, I'm not as today, because my body is a little tired, but we have to show up in our online business. And we would like to talk about things like what happens to me now. So life doesn't pause when life gets hard. I'm not saying that it's really, really hard, but it's hard this time because of my, I don't know if it's allergic reaction or whatever. Yeah, so but we want to kind of tie in what we are doing right now to life doesn't pause when life gets hard.
Yeah, because yes, you can take a day off if you're sick or something. You're not feeling good. You're down in the weather. You're just not feeling good.
Yeah, just like me.
Like you, yeah, you can take a day off, but is a day really enough to? Then you got to go back. Obviously, you're teaching, so you've got to be then in front of the kids, and you've got to have some energy. And if you're drained of energy because you're not feeling good, it's not really good. The great thing about the online business is that if you're not feeling good, you can just jump on, or you can do a quick post. You can do a post of a picture and just type something in. So you don't have to, but you can still do the work, but you're not. You can be sat in bed. Behind the scenes. You can be lay in bed and still doing it.
Okay, and then also like we have an automated system that even though like Mike is saying that if we are sick, that automated system keeps on running in the background. Let me give you my example. So yesterday I came home because I wasn't feeling well. Like I said, I believe I have some allergy reactions. So I got a half day off yesterday. I took medicine, and as soon as I took medicine, I was how do you call it? Knocked out. Yes, yeah, for a while. And then this morning, I was actually debating whether to. Mike was telling me, "Why don't you just call in sick?" And I was like, "No, I can't because." We have testing, and I thought I had the meeting. I thought I had the meeting, and I don't want, I don't want to pass my responsibility to anybody. And of course, when we are scheduled for testing, it's difficult to find coverage if you just call in sick. Yeah, and then of course in the afternoon, my legs were getting bad or worse, getting worse. So I had to ask to go to the office of the principal and ask permission if that I really need to go. And Mike already um, called the doctor for
For the appointment.
for the appointment. So it's not easy, even though our admin is very easy. She's a very understandable, understanding. I mean, she's very understanding. But if that sometimes you don't feel like going to your boss's office and ask permission to go out. And of course, when I go out, I have to put in my time off. Yeah, so those things you don't have to worry about asking permission or putting time off when you don't have the
Yeah.
regular 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, when you're just not feeling up to it. And we're not saying jump off your job and come and do this by any means, but how you get to that point where you don't have, we're not there yet, we're still working on it,
We're still growing
yeah.
and learning.
but we're on the right path. So the great thing about is once we do get there, then we're in a position where we don't have to answer to nobody. We're just answering to ourselves and our group, our team.
Yes.
So what was I going to say?
Yeah, so the life doesn't pause, like when you are having to go to the doctor, like everything still runs, it's not gonna stop for you, unfortunately.
Yeah, everything just like and I've said this before, the clock keeps ticking. That's on the bigger scope because the time isn't stopping for nobody. It just keeps going along, and it just seems like maybe a month ago when we were saying Happy New Year.
Yes.
And now we're in May, almost the end of May. Well, 14th, halfway through May.
Halfway.
Yeah, so I mean, before you know it, we're going to be getting ready for. And the thing is, as well, I don't know what it's like where you're living, where you are right now, but here in the States, you go in the stores and it's one holiday after another. So you finish one and it's bang into the next one, and they seem to be letting Christmas coming out sooner than next month. They probably have the Christmas decorations out. But it seems that way. You're getting closer and closer to it, and before you know it, the Christmas trees will be out in the shops. You'll be selling for that, and we'll be all in the holiday spirit and mind again. So if it's something you're on the fence for, you've been thinking about it, it doesn't cost you anything to look at this business. And that's what one of the great things about it. You're not committed to anything. Take a look at it, because it's not a fit. It's not right for everybody. It's not a fit for everybody. But the only way you find out is by taking a look.
Yeah, and also I would like to go back to the topic that life doesn't pause when life gets hard. Like for example, you get tired, you feel uncomfortable, and yet you have like I said, you still have to show up to your workplace. Sometimes in my case, it's easy for me to ask permission from my boss, but I know that it's not true to every single job, because I remember when I was working in another company and I had to ask permission. They either say no, you can take a day off because there's no other staff present, or if you do take a day off, then you don't get paid. So no work, no pay. So and then even when you are really sick, or even when you are not feeling you're just tired. Sometimes you wake up in the morning, you're not feeling well and you're tired, but then you still have to get up and go to work. And then especially if you are working with kids, you have to show your best even if you're not feeling well, because when the kids see that you are not excited during the day, then of course they are gonna be restless, they are gonna be unruly, and you don't want that in your classroom. So whether it's an easy day or not, you have to show up, and the world is not gonna stop for you.
That's right. Yeah. So it's just another option. As I say, what we wanted to find maybe something you want to look at. But yeah, things don't pause, that's for sure, as far as time and getting into your job. Um, and again, maybe depending on what type of job you're in, maybe you work from home, which is great, and you can still do your laptop and all that stuff, which is great. But there's a lot of people out there that maybe have to go to the office, or they're teaching, or they're working, they're owning a coffee shop or something, and you just don't feel like getting up at 4:30 in the morning and dragging your tail to the shop.
Yeah, that's why Mike sold the coffee shop. He loves coffee shop. That's for sure, because every time that we go somewhere and then there is an empty space, he would be like, "Oh, that is gonna look very good if we turn that building into a coffee shop."
Yeah, we'd have all these baby little coffee shops dotted around the planet if it was left to me. But no, but we wanted something, as I say, that's super flexible. And the great thing about this is that it is flexible. Most of it is done on the old phone. You stick that in your pocket. We're about to go on an international trip, and we'll be taking our phones with us, of course, and our business will continue.
Yes. So if you ask how you are going to do it, all you need to do is to reach out to us or comment below, and or go to our website. Just register your name and your email address. There's actually the website right here in the comment section, and then it's not gonna cost you anything to register. And once as soon as you register, I mean, sorry, I'm kind of like, my body is a little tired. As soon as you register, you'll get a link for a free webinar, and then it will give you an overview of what this online business is about. And we, of course, there's another step after that. If you don't understand what's in the free webinar, then reach out to us, and then we'll guide you in the next step.
And we also on a excuse me, on a Wednesday and a Saturday, we also do a Q&A, question and answer types thing. Obviously, depending on what part of the planet you're reading this or listening to this from, you have to let us know so we can tell you exactly what time it is, because it's different time zones and stuff. But that's a really great thing to be involved with. It's just conversation.
Yes. So if you are living here in the US, that's maybe, do I say that, or just reach out to us?
Yeah,
if you are living in the US, it's gonna be 2 p.m. on Wednesday, and then it's 7 o'clock UK time. But if you are in a different time zone, let's say Canada, I believe it's 12 noon MST time. So just reach out to us, because there's so many different time zones, and different business partners, and different people who reach out to us to just attend the Q&A, because it's for your own clarity, because we cannot explain every single step when we go live, because it's gonna take us forever, and we don't want to give you a disservice when we skip some of the very important details, because we're not doing a presentation here.
Right. And also, it's the same with the Q&A. There's a little presentation. You can ask any questions you want, but obviously you get into the personalized stuff more once you've gone to the next step. That's when it's all geared around you and for you, because everybody's needs and wants are different.
Yes.
So when somebody asks a question, it may be, well, it's hard for us to tell you because we don't know your situation. So, but we'll explain all that stuff. But yeah, give us a shout. We'd love to join up with us and get on this roller coaster together.
Yeah, and also throw us any question that you wanna be answered, even here. And then if we don't see it now, then we can always private message you and answer the question that you may have. But like we said, it doesn't cost you anything, and who knows that this is something that you are praying for, because a lot of people in our online community, they talk about how they struggle in the past, and of course we always pray for a better situation in our life, and you just don't know that this can be the answer to your prayers. So reach out to us.
Yes, yes, indeed. So, is that it?
Yes.
Okay. I think we're done for tonight's episode number 76 there.
Yeah, I just want to, I like I said, my body is still a little weak, and I want to take some medicine.
She's going to take some medicine, go to bed, and get a good night's rest. So until tomorrow, we always like to finish off by saying, don't forget to pray, because
prayers move mountain.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you so much. This has been Emily.
And this was Mike.
Yeah, and we say God bless everyone. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being with us. And thank you to those of you who always share our Go Live. Bye, everyone.
See ya.